at the rhythm of the sun. Well, I was wide awake until the dawn upon her face, and the echoes of our song as it hummed along. So stay with me, you are my missing pieces. Oh, you are my missing pieces. You are my missing pieces. So won't you stay with me? So won't you stay with me?
Why is the song still playing?
Oh, smooth as always.
Always. This song doubled for you too, right?
Just the end. Yeah, no, it just...
It like came in second time. Well, you know what? It's the same.
So won't you stay with me?
Why is the song
happening?
still playing? Oh, wait, that's
Smooth as
live.
always.
Always.
Hold on.
This song doubled for you too, right?
Just the end.
Where's that loop
yeah,
from?
No, it just...
It like came in second.
I don't know what's happening.
Wait,
I don't know what's happening.
I think we're good. Okay. Good morning.
Jeez.
One
Louise.
day we're gonna start, and it's just like all the buttons are gonna be pressed correctly, the audio's gonna be pristine, and then we retire. That'll be. We'll never do better.
Nobody will recognize us at that point because it'll be too smooth.
Good morning, everyone. We are so excited for today. You guys jumped on like yesterday, posting some comments here. Good morning, Chris and Lisa and Julia, and names I can't pronounce, but we have help today.
Yes, we do.
If you were here during our last Zhou Shen reaction, we visited a site on Bilibili. It was someone that was translating all of our work, referred to them as the mystery translator, and then Christina, and then potentially Phantom. Come to find out, they're all wrong. And the actual name is Zach, and he's kind enough to join us today, so we're very excited to have him.
So excited.
And actually, we've had several people translate our reactions on Bilibili, and we're really appreciative of that. But this particular channel, we got notifications on Instagram and Facebook and emails and our Buy Us a Coffee page, like, have you seen this? And da-da-da. And some of it's from concern. They're like, oh no, someone's, taking your videos. And, John and I had a discussion, like, well, it's kind of what we do. Like, we're taking someone else's video and working with it. So it's like, it's all good. So we're very happy to have him here.
Yes.
I don't know, is there anything else we need to say before bringing him in? I'm just kind of excited.
I don't think so. No, let's just bring him in. Yeah. Let him join the chaos.
Morning. Welcome to the chaos, Zach.
Hi guys. By the way, nice intro. When did you add that? Yeah, that's great.
Oh, which one?
Oh, the actual music intro. You haven't seen it yet.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Hello
only like a week old.
And also hello to those that didn't execute the daylight saving time. So I know that's kind of hard for Johnny. Yeah. So today, hello guys, it's Zach from Bilibili. And speaking of the translators, I have to say that actually I was kind of inspired by another uploader on Bilibili. I believe her name is Alice.
She contacted us as well.
Like 3 months ago, I noticed she's uploading those videos on Bilibili, and I believe she has uploaded more than nearly 700 of those Charlie's
Wow.
videos. Yeah, that's quite a job. So I was actually thinking about, because I'm kind of English learner, I'm trying to practice on my second language. So maybe like this, translating those videos might be a good opportunity for me to practice my English. So my turn. Yeah. Got it.
I don't know if
So
we're the best people to learn from, though, Zach. I don't.
so I believe Alice, she deserves the credit. Yeah.
Oh,
So
Yes.
that's very
Yeah.
sweet of you to say. And you know what?
Yeah.
She did contact us as well, and she asked if she can use our content, and of course we said absolutely yes. And we may have her. Actually, maybe we have both of you on one day. One can monitor the chat. One can make sure we're pronouncing things. We need a team because
That's great.
To say the
And by the
least,
way,
yes.
I was checking the that episode with Weiwei, I guess. I was kind of
love it.
actually-
Yes,
Yeah,
love
Weiwei.
it.
Yeah.
I was imagining what would be like if Charlie can sing those jazzy, lit like melodies, just make you float during the entire song, like you never touch the ground. That kind of
Yes.
feel.
Or even together, I can imagine those two voices together would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope one day do those.
But
yeah,
we've
those
said this
style.
with Charlie, like we can kind of like put him with anyone and it's going to be instantly interesting, like in the
Yes.
least.
With that. Yeah.
Yes. So today we're going to check out a song called Listen, and it is not Beyonce's song, Listen. It is in fact very different from my understanding. Can you give us a little background on the story for this particular song?
Of course. So the song, the story of the song is comes from a family of three. They make their living by selling those egg waffles and those snacks in the streets. Unfortunately, they were born to be unable to hear anything, like deaf mute.
Okay.
So yeah, because
Is this a true story? Is this?
Yeah, this is a true story.
Okay.
Happened in January. Yeah. So because those hearing aids were so expensive that they could only afford for one for their daughter. And the parents, I believe the father, he typed something in his phone to show to other people. Like I believe he said, my wife and I may be unable to hear anything, but my daughter must. So yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Unfortunately, later when this went viral, the video went viral on the internet, some nice people, they just reached out to them and give them help. So now they are able to hear.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
that's
amazing.
incredible. So this is a duet. It's Charlie and another singer. So
Yeah, another
is
female
the other
singer.
singer singing from the role of the daughter? Is it that type of?
Basically, they're the two just like talking to each other.
Okay.
So they're not a daughter, I guess. Just they're talking to each other. And because there is a language barrier, right, about the lyrics. So basically, I think the story of the lyrics, basically you can understand that the daughter, she's trying to collect those sounds she hears everyday life, and bring them home to their parents, hoping one day their parents can hear them too. Yeah.
And
That's
Ken
basically-
just made a
yeah.
message too. He said she's only deaf, not mute, for the daughter.
Yes.
Okay.
Understanding there too. So, and some of the comments here too, as they come in when we break between things, Zach, please feel free to share with what if there's something relevant for us to know, because
Of course.
we suffer with English alone, so we really
Yeah.
we want to take advantage of you being here to help us out.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is so
if I
cool.
say something important, yeah. I'll
Yes, please.
just- of course.
All right, very cool. So, I'm thinking we're bringing this in. Now, we do have to have, as always, unfortunately, a little bit of a transparency just to be safe, especially as we're learning. When we do live streaming, it's even more strict when something is caught. So we just have to be cautious here. But the links are always in the description, so you can visit the original in case you're not familiar with these songs, and we encourage you to always play the original as well. So.
Yes.
Okay, Johnny.
Yep. So before we get started, make sure you guys hit like and subscribe. And just like Richard's doing right there, then ring that bell so you always know what we are up to next and what new
Yes.
content we're coming out with.
And, of course, be sure to check out the description below that I just mentioned, where you can click on a link to buy us a coffee and help keep this page going. We do appreciate your donations. You can also become a silver, gold, or diamond Thronely for more additional content and perks. And also check out our online singing courses if you are curious about your voice and where you could take it as a singer, along with the 7 dimensions of singing.
Yeah, and we've actually already had a couple supporters
Yes.
already in this show.
Yeah, we have Sammy, thank you for the 3 coffees. Oh, we got a coffee for each of us. Good morning, Sammy. Marilyn also as well. Thank you for great reaction videos. We do appreciate that.
And then Chris
There's so
also
much
bought a coffee. Chris is a mainstay. He's here all the time.
Absolutely.
Love Chris.
She, actually, yes. And,
Oh, she, okay.
Yes, and Sharon.
Nice to know that.
Well, you know, we have Christina here, turns out is a Zach. So it's...
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that
this is
name.
your theme music. You've got your own theme music now. And thank
I
you,
love when I write a
Sharon, for
theme
the
song
super
that's already been
sticker.
written.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Take a quick pause. I don't want to pause too many times, obviously, because there's every time we hear Charlie sing, there's a teleportation.
I was going to say, I'm immediately transported. I'm like, the first note, I'm just in another land. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
every time. Now, how do you say the other person singing? What's her name?
Tan Weiwei.
Tang Weiwei?
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, I'm only going to say it once. She does some really skillful things here. That she's actually to do a subtle crescendo where the volume is slowly increasing in volume with a vibrato build. She's got these cool little inflections that are actually really challenging to do, but they're almost understated. So it's just kind of painting a picture. And I don't have the actual lyrics here. The stories, obviously we have context to the story here. And I'm okay with not seeing the lyrics as it goes, because that it just takes up too much brain power. And then there's so much happening sonically. I almost don't want the disruption, but I'm going to go back and I want to absorb the lyrics too, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna...
Yeah, I love I just love the sort of traditional folk sound of the music and melody and the chords. Almost droney again.
Yes.
I had to hear it again, but yeah, I love how it sort of just stays in that C minor for a little bit. You know, it's just kind of like all revolving around that.
Melody just kind of floats on top a little bit. But I want to hear what she's doing again as well, so I'm just going to back it up.
下，孩子想要再抵达，在下着地的送妈妈，妈妈就会听见了。
They sound great together too.
Oh yeah, great pairing.
现在
those moments, those lifts are really tricky. The moments that they're showing people, what's being said there, are they related to this story? Or is this?
Yeah, I believe the father and daughter were involved in those.
So they're actually there in the audience as they're saying this.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That's crazy. Because I noticed there was a young lady with a hearing aid, or So there was. I didn't know if that was like her story, if she's actually present.
The family, the whole family, the three were invited to sing. Yeah.
How amazing is that? That is super cool. So as always, Zhou's tone, we talk about his tone all the time. I know, Zach, we spoke just for a minute before we jumped on. You said there was, Billy, there was curiosity on the other dimensions of his voice a little bit. So I want to wait to the end of this song here, and then maybe I can bring up the dimension map and we can discuss that a little bit. But it obviously his pitch accuracy and everything is great, and that's what deems him as a good singer by traditional standards, right? You know, if you can sing on key, on time, you know, that's like the basic, not even requirement, but the checklist. But even that's not necessarily needed to be an artist, right? So we can step outside of this genre, and then you can be off key. And you know, I always pick on Bruce Springsteen, but he's not on key, and his fan base is rabid. So so there's nothing, you know, artistically. There's always interpretation that resonate with people, right? So that's all well and good, but Charlie's tone, that's what teleports you. I mean, part of it is the music, because this isn't the scale, the instrumentation that Johnny, you and I are used to hearing in our day-to-day. So there's... Which
is partially why it's so cool to listen to as well.
Yeah, it's like the landscape musically is interesting, but his voice, the tone is just so unidentifiable based on my 40... How old am I again? Is it 40?
Too old. Older than me.
Older than me. That's age. I think that happens after 40. You just stop counting. It's just like the upper 40s, somewhere in that 47, 48. I don't know. Math is hard. So it's 48. Wow.
Yeah, you're close to 50.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, as I detour.
You look great, though. You look great.
So, but 48 years of hearing singers and everything, I can't. There's no other comparison. Mm-mm. And usually what the brain does is that you compare to identify, not in a negative way. It's like if you see a tree, you're going to go, oh, that's a tree. Even if it's a tree species you've never seen before, you know it's a tree because it has certain qualities that says, okay,
Yeah.
there's a trunk, there's a leaf, I know that's a tree. I don't know what kind it is, but it's a tree.
Yeah,
right?
we have an impulse to want to label and conceptualize things just by
Yes.
nature. Yeah.
The brain categorizes things for
Mm-hmm.
safety reasons and memory reasons and things like that. So if I hear a voice, I'm like, oh, that reminds me of the singer. And it's never with the intention to lessen the uniqueness of the individual, but the brain labels, says, oh, that reminds you of this person and this person and this person. And that helps create a new memory in my brain for this new singer. I can't do that with Charlie. Because I got nothing. There's no other voice that goes, oh, no. It doesn't remind me of anything.
Yeah.
It's like
it's almost like it's like a musical instrument. It's almost like not even a voice at times. There's just there's a delicate gentleness and like a pristine gentleness to his tone, but also so powerful, and it just penetrates you, and it's unlike anything I've heard.
yes,
It's unbelievable.
absolutely.
And by the way, question for Richard. So I kind of want to know what's your honest assessment of the very first lines of Charlie's singing, like da 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 da. It sounded like he switches his register, right? Like kind of yodeling and.
Oh, are you
I
talking
believe-
about like where he has the yodel that
some
switch?
kind of, yeah. So
Well,
I wanna
technically
know-
it's a yodel because you're switching from chest voice to head voice. I always do this because I'm just thinking if I'm thinking like a cross section of the vocal folds that are actually only about half the size of your eyelids. The vocal folds are very small, housed inside of the larynx, and they stretch from front to back, and they're this big. So if they're thick, they produce typically a slower speed of vibration, a range of slower speeds, but also gives a warmer quality. It's like the thicker string on a guitar versus a thinner string. So it has that thick to thin. And when you do that like cry or yodel or register change, it creates that crack, just that little like quick little flip, chest voice, head voice, and back again. So
Yes.
it's really just intentional air pressure that he's adjusting in that moment. What's incredible is the accuracy of the notes in the chest voice and the head voice, and then right back to chest voice in a fraction of a second. That's where the skill really comes into play.
Yeah.
I mean, something kind
Just thinking of.
hard-
Oh, go ahead, Zach.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead.
Oh,
Whoops.
no, I was just to piggyback on that. So just the range of notes that he's singing. So it's like that's the G4. So the highest he gets up to is like a C5, which for a typical male voice that's a high note. That's a really high note. For him, he's in a different category, so I don't know where his sort of break would be between chest and head voice. So I don't know if
It's actually an interesting point. I have a suspicion that, like you're saying, like so the C5 being right here. Let me bring in the other. Let me zoom in.
So so it starts on C4,
Right.
So then it goes to G, and then B flat, and then C, then B flat, and then G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the notes. So this is pretty common range for a male singer to have those jumps between chest voice and head voice. The difference with Charlie, though, is his overtones is more androgynous, more childlike, more whatever Charlie, right? We don't have a label to compare it to. But I would say the mass of the folds and the changes are very typical. It's just his ability to manipulate the overtones is really what makes it feel like it's in a higher space, I think.
Right.
But,
So where does the flip happen? Is it the da? Is it that part? Da, 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 da.
right. Well, we'd have to go back, wouldn't we?
Because there is that. Da, da, da,
Well, right from the beginning.
da, da.
So you get da-da, da-da, that right. That's what you're talking about. So it'd be da-da. That's too early for me. Da-da. See, I went up to the C, and he's got like that accuracy right there, right? Da-da-da-da. So that's where the flip is, the G to the B flat, which again is, I think, typical for a warmed up male singer, which I am not in this moment.
Yeah, because there's a little flip with the second part of that phrase. Da, 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 da,
Yes.
da, da.
And
Yeah.
and that covers about an octave range of notes where that flip is typically available. So, but again, it's just his accuracy is just so cool. All right.
Yes.
So we were right around here-ish. Let's keep going.
山呀多深月呀，哇哇哇慢慢爬，
Oh,
来
that's beautiful,
这
beautiful, man.
里采呀。
Oh yeah, her voice
摘
is great.
下这一呀送爸爸，
Wow.
Still there.
爸爸就会听见啦。现在这小溪流水哗哗，流水人群响，又踩着琴声，歌声悠悠，一声一声伴回家。听，你听，人人都有荣幸。听，
Oh,
你听，人人都不信。听，你听，真爱落进心里。听，你听，心里会长出空灵。听，你听，
That's a little girl. That's a daughter.
that's her.
落进心里。
Wow.
听，你听，心灵会长出空灵。
Mm.
Oh, that's hard to breathe in. Wow.
你听，
I love his.
人人
You said, Johnny,
都有
almost like an instrumentation that he adds on top here.
你听，人人都有不幸。
Great periods.
听，你听，真爱落进心里。听，你听，心里会长出空灵。 听，你听，真爱落进心里。听，你听，心灵会长出空灵。
There is something so beautiful about the flaws at the end. There's something so conversational. There's something so perfectly imperfect. I'm borrowing a song title of Johnny's. About that moment, because it's that, they're facing each other, the music's done. So if they were absolutely in sync and they were absolutely pitch perfect, it would not have felt like real. It would have been inauthentic. It would have, nothing about this was overproduced, and everything was
It
just
was
so
perfect. She is perfect.
Perfectly imperfect. I don't know how else to say it.
It just puts me in a meditative state when I hear it, and it's like I forget that we are a reaction channel and we're supposed to say stuff. Like I'm stupefied. I'm like, oh, like I want to meditate. And say that again, Zach.
Meditation state, like those
Yeah.
Zen, or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like lucid dreaming where you can just like, I want to hear more Charlie. Then you want to hear more Charlie. And just kind of move into there.
Yeah,
And
and
by
the
the
two
way,
of
the
them together.
tones, yeah, I mean the tones sounded like similar to me. Charlie's so manipulative to his voice. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's to the high head voice.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds really amazing.
So
Yeah.
I do real quick. First of all, thank you, Una, very much for the 3 coffees, and Michelle as well. We appreciate you being here and your support. Let's look at the 7-dimension graph, because you said that was something that was of interest on Billy. So I just want to take a quick look at that.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch over. So Zach, you're still here in the background. We just can't see you. So basically what this graph is, if you're not familiar with it, this is the 7 dimensions of singing. This is the Throga technique that I developed and use. To put it simply, each of these dimensions target specific muscle groups within the voice, okay? So flexibility refers to the ability to have the vocal folds stretch quickly. So that includes quick little runs and easy access to head voice. Obviously, this is something Charlie does very well. And pure tones, too. So in other words, it's not always breathy or always rough. He has choices, and it's the responsiveness of the vocal folds. That's what that refers to, and the muscles related. Breathing is kind of obvious. Those are the muscles related to in and around the lungs. So that has to do with being able to make things quiet and loud on multiple notes and in multiple registers. Intonation is, by the way, I'm not placing these in a way that I'm not assessing Charlie's voice in the sense of like, okay, this is where he's at with intonation, this is where he's at with breathing. I'm just defining them real quick, okay? So intonation is just pitch. So it's the pitch accuracy, and he's so good at it, and he can bring in vibrato and go straight tone whenever and wherever he wants. Range is chest voice, head voice, falsetto. In the control, Johnny and you and I have talked about this. It's not just, oh, here's a low note, here's a high note. It's the choices and the ability to move between registers at a whim.
Yeah, it's almost like low and high are just irrelevant for him.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. Yeah.
Yeah. So getting low notes and high notes gives you more choices in a song, but it's your ability to adjust the tone, which is right next to it. That has to do with the acoustical space above the larynx. So that's your pharynx, mouth, and nasal cavities, and those are the highlights. That's something that is so unique to Charlie that we were talking about. Articulation is the lips, tongue, and jaw muscles. So that's being able to pronounce the word you want clearly in the moment. Now, we've heard him sing in multiple languages, and we can spot that there's an accent when singing in English because it's the only language that we know.
Right.
But I still can understand the words. And that has to do with just a lack of repetition in that specific language. It's not because he can't pronounce it. His manipulation with articulation and tone, I think, is phenomenal. Even though I can't understand what he's singing, it's clearly a choice in how he's using the lips, tongue, and jaw, which is why they're so strong in his skill set. And strength has to do with endurance, being able to sing for long periods of time. It's the intrinsic muscles of the larynx, as well as being able to go loud and soft and things like that, the control. So it's just like, he's just firing on all of these. We talked about Dimash too, of just like skill sets, just being maxed out everywhere. But there's a relativity, right? So it's not just about being completely great at all of these things. It's being memorable or having a standout thing. So his tone, I would argue, is probably better than maybe his breathing. I'm not saying his breathing isn't fantastic, because it is, but it's so incredible, his tonal shifts and manipulation, and we've seen him do multiple voices in a single song. So that's a standout dimension only relative to the others. It doesn't make the others less skillful. And again, this is just a skill chart, it doesn't reflect the artistry, because I work with singers that are just incredible at all these skills, and then they sing this song and I'm like, where's the goosebumps? Right? Just the skill alone is not enough. You have to have the artistic vision and interpretation to make it memorable.
Mm. Oh, he speaks six languages? Is that true?
Speaks or sings in? Because I know there's...
Well, I don't know, but apparently he can. He's able to speak six languages,
Wow.
which is just an amazing ability in and of itself.
Crazy Pig, thank you very much for your super chat, too.
Chinese comments. So
Yes,
basically
please.
People are just recommending songs. Starfish, David Swidania, sort of thing. Yeah. So what's the plan today? Maybe we can.
Well, we suck at only doing one song when it comes to an artist that we love.
Yes.
So we will do one more. And actually, I'd asked Zach before. And we have a lot of requests for Time to Say Goodbye, but we are going to hold off on that one. I think we're going to do another long reaction to Zhou. And I guess, is that like a signature piece of his, Time to Say Goodbye? Yeah. Is that like his first big success cover song kind of thing, or what was the background behind that? Do you know?
It's from the competition show, the Super Vocal. Actually, you've been reacting to the Memory and
okay, from
Think
that
of
one.
Me.
That's right, yeah.
The other version, Think of Me, and the Loading Gohert, they all come from that competition show. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, the other so that being said, I mean, we are going to come back to it. We have lots of songs to get to ultimately. Another popular one that's been asked is China in the Lights. And Zach, you said that also was a really good one. And we know there's going to be a lot of requests telling us to do 100 other things. And all I could say is we're not done. We're going to continue back. But I see right in the chat already, I see China in the Lights. So I'm thinking that's where we need to go.
Yeah.
So let me call that one up.
You know what's also crazy? I mean, we talk about how he has just the most unique tone we've ever heard, one of the most unique tones, and he's just a category all in and of himself. That's just one of his voices. He has like 40 voices.
I know, right?
They're all different.
Yes. Yeah, and going with tone, by the way, I don't know, should I I'm going to nerd out just a little bit more if you don't mind. So Zach, I'm going to take you off screen one more time. I want to show one more thing here. Again, if you hear, jump in on something.
Vivian, thanks so much for the super chat.
So I'm going to bring in... No, not that one. Where is this right here? Okay. So when we talk about tone a lot, and I showed you in the chart relative to other dimensions. That's a mechanical means of assessing or addressing certain aspects of the voice. What we're looking at right now, this is called a spectrograph, and what this is it shows lowest note to highest note. When I mean note, I'm not talking about the fundamentals. So if I were to play C, or let me do A. No, I have a piano, Johnny. Thank you very much. So this is A220, meaning that the string of a piano or the voice, if you're matching key, would be vibrating 220 cycles per second. So let me play that again. And you can see right here, the loudest part of it, which is the brightest part, the yellow there, is the fundamental. That is the root note. But there's all these other frequencies going all the way past 16K, which is... The piano goes up here. So if I was here, so you can see the fundamental jump by octaves, and there's still thousands of hertz above that the human ear can process. So my point is this: when I play a note, or if I vocalize a note rather, you've got the solid, thick line. That's the note I was just singing. And then you've got harmonics above. So all of those lines going across are harmonics or overtones of that fundamental. So every human voice is going to have this. Lots of really interesting sounds. Now, there's 8 billion people on the planet. There are infinite numbers of combinations of tone that, and we could see here. So if you have 8 billion people sing the same note with an E, you're going to get 8 billion different versions of this spectrograph output. That's how we can identify. Our brain sees all of this, so to speak, and then interprets it as identifiable things. Oh, that's Charlie. Oh, that's Johnny. Oh, that's Zach, right? Now, if you change the shape of your mouth, if you move the tongue, if you move the lips, if you move the larynx, the same note will alter the tone. This is what Charlie does so brilliantly. So if I do that again, let me run this. So that's throat
cool.
singing, overtone singing. You can see the harmonics slide up and down. So I'm just highlighting a frequency, okay? So that's called overtone singing, and that's just manipulating the tongue, the lips a little bit. What he does while he sings, especially with, what was that? Zach, what was the name of that song? I think it started with the D, where he did like,
It was
not I Am Star, where he did a bunch of different overlapping voices, but he was live and he ran through like 4 different characters. It was like a video game.
Oh, yes, right.
What was it called?
Not so sure about that. Four different characters.
I think it was
the first Charlie though.
Oh, this is very
Alabama?
good.
Is that Alabama? I'm not so sure about that. The second one, right?
It may. Oh yeah, maybe it's the second one that we saw.
Yeah, it was very early on. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so my point is that when he's singing the same melody, even with the same word, when he jumps into a different voice, it manipulates this mapping that the brain reads of frequencies, and we hear it as, oh, there's a different voice. Oh, there's a different voice. There's a different voice. So that's how it's done. It's a combination of frequencies that gives it an identifiable sound, and he can just manipulate it 1,000 times over throughout multiple notes in his range, which is why he spikes skillfully so well on that dimension graph. So, all right, I'm done nerding out. So hopefully none of you got too bored there.
You nerd. That was great.
I can't help myself. All right, so this song, can you set us up here, Zach? What are we listening to here?
So this song is highly recommended, and actually there's another version Charlie performs with another female folk singer.
Okay.
That famous too, and they did that song made a first appearance on the Spring Festival Gala. That's kind of one of the most important gala show in China.
Okay.
And the reason why we choose this one, I believe the reason are twofold. First, it's full orchestra, and I believe that's the Johnny's song. Yeah. So maybe he can just enlighten us with some arrangement sort of thing. And second one, the first song we have listened, the listening, right? That's actually someone mentioned that Charlie used like some kind of regional folk sing style.
Excuse me.
The registry switches were mentioned. So that's kind of complementary. It's kind of because Charlie studied bel canto during his college years.
Okay.
In Ukraine. So
which makes sense.
That's kind of
So this is going to reflect more of an operatic intention then.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Works, Charlie.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. All right, let's do it.
接下来各位将会欣赏到的是周深为大家演绎的《灯火里的中国》。让我们掌声欢迎周深和指挥吕嘉登场。
This was just last year then, right?
Yeah, next year. 2023.
Well, thank you so much for the super chat.
Yes, thank you. Always an album coming out. The second album. Okay.
I like this already.
市的街像一灯影婆娑，社区暖暖流淌的欢乐，远山的村落火苗闪烁，渐渐明亮小康的思索，归港的船帆从灯。
He just makes me smile.
I know.
He's got such a sweetness to his face, and just like, you know, when he smiles, it's like, how can you not like respond with a smile? I have no idea what he's singing right now. I'm like right there with you, buddy. Like I you have that feeling.
I love that.
Yeah. Now he's not singing in a bel canto style at this stage of the song. So does he switch into something?
Yeah, a moment.
I always stop it right before, yeah. So I'm going to back it up. I want to hear that again. It's a beautiful setup. Right now, this is more conversation. This is more contemporary style. Bel canto is going to be more of an operatic style, meaning the intention is to highlight the fourth overtone. We're just looking at tones and fractions of frequencies. So when you highlight a certain range of frequencies, it makes it easier to hear over an orchestra, so the audience can hear you. This is before microphones and amplification existed. That's where the art came from 500 years ago. So, but we haven't heard him do that yet in this piece. So let me back it up again.
It's so likable, though.
So likable. One more time.
Right? Oh.
This is why you didn't get the gig, Johnny. French horn's a tough instrument.
社区暖暖流淌的欢乐，远山的村落火苗闪烁，渐渐明亮小康的思索，归港的船帆从灯塔掠过，追梦脚步月下交错。广场烟火在节日诉说，星空升腾时代的巍峨。灯火里的中国，青春的梦，灯火里的中国，胸怀辽阔。
I thought it was the other singer.
Wow. Wow.
That is
Oh my
bel canto.
goodness.
I actually thought it was the other singer that came in there for a second.
Jeez.
星空升腾时代的巍峨。
All of the violin coming on too. Oh. Wow. How does he? Just when we thought we've heard all of his voices, all of his tones, he comes out with this. We've never heard this delivery before.
Well, I mean, we've heard him with the operatic tone, but not so like specific soprano. Like
Yeah.
it was because that bel canto we've heard mixed in, but this was like so perfectly soprano. So it's like when someone writes a piece of music and they usually label as they'll. Just like they might say, oh, we want French horn instead of a trumpet. It has a certain quality and certain properties to the instrument that the composer wants to accent here. So the same reason they might say, hey, we want an alto here or soprano, even if they have overlapping notes, but an alto will deliver a certain quality of sound versus a soprano. So you kind of choose as you go. This felt pure soprano to me. Which is why I thought, Zach, you said there was another singer in this.
No.
It set up. So I misunderstood you. So I was expecting a second one. And when the camera pulled away and I heard the soprano singer, I'm like, oh, so here's the other singer. 30 seconds later, nope.
I guess I didn't make myself clear. And I guess I'm trying to explain that there's another version that he performs a duet with another singer, but we choose.
I may have just zoned you out. That may have. You may have said that clearly. I'm going to assume that was me, not you.
Yeah, to be that high range-wise and to have that much bottom, that's the thing that struck me. It's like, we've heard that sort of operatic vibrato before, where, he just makes it a little bit more broad, the spectrum of the notes that he's, flipping between. But just, just to have that note, but like, like, just, I mean, better than I.
I would say one more time. I mean, but and even the vibrato in that range. Where was he? Where did he go?
So,
actually.
Well, I'd have to hear it again, but I think he went to the F5.
Yeah, let me go back to that. I mean, to have I mean, I can get the note and I can add vibrato and do all that, but that's not a soprano tone. That sounds like a male singing in head voice,
right? It gets a little bit
soprano.
thinner. It gets a little thinner. The fact that he had that support under it, it's like he's like
it
got
has
a soprano
that bell
range.
quality, just borrowing from your previous assessments. Yeah, along with that. By the way, thank you, Jessica, very much for the super chat and for the coffees coming in. The link is below. I want to go back and hear
a
this.
lot of super chats, so we've missed, but.
Oh, did we miss? I'm so sorry. Oh, Crazy Pig did a second time. Thank you very much.
I remember that
Crazy
name.
Pig.
Yes.
Crazy
Great
Pig.
name.
Crazy Pig.
By the way, Weiwei also does a duet with Dimash. Oh, interesting. So that singer that we saw in the first video also for Listen does a duet with Dimash. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Did we already watch that one?
No. I don't think so.
Maybe I just had the pronunciation. I'm getting blurry between.
I know there's many.
The songs that we rotate. I got to go back and watch them again.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and Vivian too. Thank you very much for the super chat. So I want to go back and hear when he does this moment. just carries it out. And again, just the skill set to do that. Usually in a studio, someone would just sing it, and then someone would just be on a fader. Like, I'm going to fade you out, because that's a whole lot easier than actually doing it with the voice. When you match a note, where was that? So that was that C.
Yeah.
So it was at 500 some cycles per second. So the folds are vibrating at exactly that speed. And then when you're increasing airflow or decreasing, like the pressure obviously changes. So to keep the folds vibrating at that same speed and with the vibrato, getting quiet and soft with that adjusted air pressure, that's where that intrinsic muscle strength comes in, things like that I was talking about before with the 7 dimensions. There's so much coordination to do that, and then to make it just sound like it's just effortless, just floating in that.
Yeah. The most impressive thing to me. Oh, go ahead, Zach. You go.
Okay. So I've seen this one like a million times. Actually, we know that Charlie can sing those high notes, soprano high notes, sort of things. But for this song, I believe in the last verse, it's kind of those decrescendo that really impresses me most.
Yes.
Yes. That's a point. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Because getting to that C is, I mean, there's a level of being impressed by that, because it's a really high note for a male singer or whatever, and that's all well and good. But it, again, comes down to his tone and his accuracy and the effortlessness mixed in with it. Because I can train anybody, to some degree, to hit that C6. But that's of no value artistically if you can't attach it to the emotion and the melodic intention within the song. It's just like, big deal, you got your folds to vibrate quick. Like it, you know what I mean? That's not the accomplishment. Yeah. It's telling the story like he does is what's so wonderful.
So we've talked about this with Dimash in the sense of, taking a singer that can do everything, like literally whatever they want. They can do pretty much any style they want. They can sing in any tone, any volume, whatever they want to do. And when they can get into a situation like this where it's like, okay, here's an operatic setting, I'm just going to be an opera singer, like through and through. I'm just going to be an opera singer. And they do it so well. And it's like, even if this is the only thing that he did, he would be a world-class master singer. And this is just one element. It's like a basketball player that can do a bunch of things, that's a great scorer. Then he's like, I'm just going to rebound today. I'm going to be the best rebounder on the floor just because I can, or the best passer. I'm just going to pass the whole game and be the best that's ever been. And yeah, somebody said a Dimash Charlie duet is in the works. I think that would be. I don't think we could take it. I think we would all.
We'd be able to handle
too much.
By the way, it's weird that I've never used sports analogies to describe the voice like you. Johnny, sports. It's not my forte.
No. Well, to be fair, it's not mine anymore. It used to be.
Once upon a time.
I'm not
thank you so much, Wallace and Betty, for your coffees as well. It is absolutely appreciated very much.
Super thanks. Still some super thanks coming in. Thank you so much, guys. We really, really, really appreciate it. This allows us to be able to do this.
A quick side note. Your contributions really do make a difference. And Johnny, I forgot to tell you, we had another offer for a sponsorship. But we want to choose wisely with a sponsor. The sponsorships that we've been offered have nothing to do with music. Like one was for, I'm not going to say what it is, but it was a bank. It was a bank in America, not necessarily Bank of America, but it was like, can you imagine us just like, the acoustical hall here. You know what that reminds me of? The lobby of my local bank. It's like, how do you segue that?
Right.
So, until the right sponsor comes along, we'll consider it. But in the meantime, it's all of you that keeps us here and everything. So we do appreciate that connection. We love hanging out with you. And then we get to meet people like Zach. This is amazing.
Zach, you're so cool. I think you're great.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love your energy and obviously your ability to translate all of our nonsense. That it's quite a skill.
Have you ever had to translate yourself? Because you have to do that now from this video.
So I was planning that I'm gonna stay quiet because the more I talk, the more subtitles I'm gonna add to the videos after the air. So
Now you got some homework to do now.
but I love talking to you guys. Yeah.
And thank you, Annie, also for the coffee. So listen, that's it for today. I know there's more songs. We're going to come back. I think we need to do another long set as well. I mean, we're trying to fit in 1 and 2 at a time when we can, to mix the other reactions that we're doing as well. We've got lots on our plate to do. And we are going to continue our journey down the rabbit hole. Someone mentioned in the chat too that we should see some interaction with Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
And I was going to ask Zach, if you don't mind, you shoot me an email later or whatever, if you have any recommendations of that, maybe gets us some insight into his personality that would be good for us to just, take in between maybe some other songs that we're reacting to. And of course, any of you guys, if you want to leave comments after the live is done, the comments will be active and you can leave your suggestions there as well. We would appreciate that. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you guys for turning out. We had a great turnout today.
Yes, thank you everybody so much. And Zach, again, thanks for doing what you do. Yeah, no, this is so awesome. And PFH, thank you for the last minute super chat as well. This is one of the best songs. Yes, I would agree. And we're going to Johnny and I always like to go back with actual interpretation or translation so we can hear what it is too. We don't get a chance to always do that during the lives, but thank you everybody. We hope you have an amazing day. We can't wait to see you again. Zach, thank you again for being here. And yes, of course. And that is it for today. We love you all. Have an amazing day. Bye everyone.
Bye guys.
Oh, and thank
Bye-bye.
you, Teresa Lau, very much for the last second super chat. We appreciate it. Bye, everyone.
I can't face